Let's see if we're live. Let's see. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. Yeesh. Good morning. All right. Good morning. How's everybody doing today? Hope you guys are having a fantastic Monday. And I hope you guys had a restful weekend, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you guys had a restful weekend. Yeah. Get myself set up over here. Get the multi-stream going right there. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. So, what you guys got going on today? Hope you guys are having a fantastic day. All right. I'm just getting myself all set up. Doing my thing. You know how we do. Ooh, right off the bat already. First bagger. Just stepped up into the building, and already we got ourselves our first bagger. Crazy. It's up 108% GLMD. Well, up 108%. We called it this morning. Wow. We called it this morning for our peeps. And now GLMD is up 100%. Wow, the bagger just came in. I just got here. It hasn't even been a minute yet. Hasn't even been a minute yet, ladies and gentlemen. Wow. All right. I mean, hey, I'm not complaining. I'm not complaining. But,
Yeah.
that's surprising.
Yeah.
All right. GLMD. Good morning. That's the first bagger of the day.
Yep.
Yeesh. Yeah. Give me a second, ladies and gentlemen. Just getting myself all set up here. How is everybody doing today? Hope everybody's doing well. Me personally, man, I'm doing good. I had a nice restful weekend. Right, gonna go and chill. Gonna get some work done. You know what I mean? Get some nice work done, and after that, ladies and gentlemen, gonna go chill. You know what I mean? Make some money and then chill. Can never go wrong with making money and chilling. Can never go wrong with that. Let's see here. Nope. Alrighty. But yeah, how's everybody's weekend? Put it in the chat. Yeah, let us know how your weekend is, ladies and gentlemen. Let us know.
Yes.
Yeesh. Alright. Getting ourselves all set to go. Let's see here. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, man, you know what? We've been making we got some stuff. We got some leftovers in the fridge too that I'm gonna be chowing on today, man. We got some chicken tikka masala that we actually made. We made that stuff, so we got that waiting in the fridge, man. I can't wait. I'm gonna have that for lunch. We make some leftovers around here. You know what I mean? We make leftovers. Yeah, we make leftovers.
Yeah.
Can never go wrong with leftovers. Can never go wrong. We also got some tandoori chicken in there. Ooh-wee. Some buffalo chicken wraps. And like we decided to make like a series of lunches for us for like the entirety of the week. It's great. That way we could just get ourselves some grub like ready. All we got to do is just heat it up. Be it like on the stove, or you heat it up and not really. We try not to use the microwave too much, but sometimes on occasion, But we got that stuff. We're just gonna heat that up nice. Heat it up on the stove, and just have a good old lunch, and then after that, nice dinner. You know what I mean? That's what we like to do, ladies and gentlemen. We got that going on. But yeah. So that's what we're doing. Anybody ever had chicken tikka masala? Dude, it's amazing.
It's good.
It's amazing.
It's good.
It is. It is.
Yep.
Especially with the jasmine rice. Oh, oh, that's that stuff.
Yep.
I don't know what they call it. But I know what I call it, but I don't know what they call it. I think it's I think it's jade rice or jasmine rice, something like that. It's really good, man. It's amazing. Great rice, great type of rice, and you get it with the naan bread. Ooh, the naan bread, especially like when you use the naan bread to get the sauce. Oh yeah, that's that good stuff. Especially the buttered naan bread. Man, oh man, I tell you what. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, what were you guys up to last night? What did you guys get to do? Put it in the chat. Me, I got to go spend it with some friends. We got to play some video games. Got to play some SCP, little horror game. So me and my friends were screaming like a bunch of sissies. It was amazing. It was it was hilarious. We got to chill out. Got to play the game, chill. Got chased after by a bunch of zombies and stuff. Oh my lord, it was terrifying. It was great though. We had a good time. And my buddy was actually the one programming the mods for the game, so he was just making it all sorts of terrifying for everybody. It was amazing. It was funny. It was very funny. I enjoyed it. Yeah. So yeah, we had that going on. And yeah, that's what we had going on, man. We had a good time, right? I replayed Sleeping Dogs as well, which is a very old game. I'm pretty sure that game came out in 2010 or 2011. I was probably 10, like 9, 10 years old, I think, when that game came out. It was so good. It was like watching a kung fu movie, but you put it in the video game. It was so fun. It was amazing. You could utilize like everything. You could utilize your whole environment and all sorts of stuff. I'm fighting all the bad guys. It was great. It was really cool. I loved it, man. I loved it. It was great. It was awesome. It was fun. Could never go wrong with that, man. You could never go wrong. But yeah, that's what I got up to, man. But what'd you guys get up to this weekend? What'd you guys get up to? Let me know. Put it in the chat. Yeah. So that's what I got up to this morning. Yeah. Hold on 1 second. Let me get this over here. Boom. Over there. But yeah. I got to do all that good stuff. Hold on. Let's create a post here. I'm just sharing everything on the YouTubes. But yeah. I had a good old time, man. Yeah, ever heard that song, by the way, by Owl City? It's Always a Good Time. I don't know. That's like an old song, though. It's an old song, which is crazy because I'm pretty sure that song came out. When did that song came out? When did it come out? Hold on. Let me see. When was that song made? That was made in 2012. Man, that was 13 years ago. That song came out 13 years ago? Oh my god, I'm getting old. Oh, wow. Wow, 13 years ago. That's crazy. That's crazy.
Wow.
That song It's Always a Good Time. That song, yeah, that came out 13 years ago. Wow. I feel old. Jeez, I feel old. What?
You feel old?
Yeah. Look, I mean, wow. That's crazy to me. Alright, let me go. Come on. Come on, computer. Don't play with me. Don't play with me now. But yeah, wow, that song came out a while ago. Jeez. I know Owl City's still making songs though. He's such a talent, man. That man is such a talent. I know he actually made a song about his insomnia, and it was such a hit. It was such a hit, ladies and gentlemen. It was great. It was Fireflies. That was the song, man. And that song was good. You know, that was a bop. Everybody liked that song. If you didn't like that song, man, I don't know, man. But everybody liked that song. When I was a wee lad.
How did it go?
Huh?
How did it go?
I'm not trying to get copywritten.
I know.
I'm not
What's
trying.
wrong with it? How come?
Yeah, I'd like to make myself believe. That one? Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, that's that song.
Another one. Okay.
I'm not trying to get copywritten.
All right.
That song was great.
I understand.
That song was amazing.
Yeah.
I loved it. I loved it so much. It's such a good song. Hold on. Yeah. I'll show it to you later, Mom.
Alrighty.
Yeah, I'll show it to you later, DVL Moms. You'll love it. It's amazing. It's a great song. It's a great little song. It's so happy, too. It's a happy song. It's a very happy song. Can never go wrong with a happy song. You know, especially with Owl City, man. That man's just got the vibes. He's got them happy vibes, man. He even had the nostalgia vibes of one of those songs. He was like, I believe the song was called Unbelievable. And it like went through like all this retro stuff and like stuff that, you know, you'd see in your childhood, be it like in the 80s, 90s, and early 2000s. You know, and I was like, oh God. Oh, it's nostalgic. Ah. And my friends are like, dude, you're 24. I'm like, yeah. This make me feel nostalgic. Then I see all these kids that were like they were just born when Fortnite was coming out. I'm like, man, I was a sophomore in high school. What? Pardon me? It be like that though, man. It be like that. Time flies, man. Time flies. Make the most of everything, man. Always good to make the most of everything. Make the most of every moment because
Yeah.
time flies, man. It
Sure
flies.
does.
That's been a life lesson with doubles, man. Time
Yeah.
flies. Make the most of
Time
everything in life.
flies.
You know, don't have any regrets. Never have regrets. If you got something you want to say to somebody, you say it, man. Always, 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 always. That is the benchmark. You got something you want to say to somebody or something you want to do in your life, man, just do it. That way you don't, that way you don't go, that way you could say, you could leave this life going, hey, I made the most of it and I did what I wanted to do. You got no regrets. That's the worst question, ladies and gentlemen. What if? Man, so just do it. That's it. That's the whole show, man. Just do it. You might be nervous, you might be worried, you might be a little scared, but hey, man, just do it. Do it. Trust me. If you don't, the worst question in the world, ladies and gentlemen, what if, man? That is the worst question you could ask yourself. So just get it on. Do it. Do it. What? MLGO? Yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah, we'll check it. We'll check it out. We'll check it out. Just sharing this thing. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, just do it. Trust me. Yeah, you know that Shia LaBeouf meme? Just do it. I mean, like he was a little crazy with it, but you know what? I mean, I like the message. Just do it. It's like Nike. Just do it. Make your dreams come true. I'm like, yep. I like it though. He was a little wacky about it, but you know what I mean. The message. I like the message at least. I like the intention behind the message. Bro just wants people to make them dreams come true, and I hope your dreams come true, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you have your dreams and aspirations come true, man. Because that's amazing. That's good stuff. That's always good, man. Alright, just getting myself, just doing the finishing touches here, ladies and gentlemen, and we will be ready to go. But yeah. That's always that good stuff, man. I like to provide the positive vibes, man. The positive vibes as best as I can. Yeah. Looking to demolish the chicken tikka masala one during lunch. I'm looking forward to that, man. Stock says, hello, man. Hey, man, how you doing?
Hello.
How are you? Hope you're
Hi.
doing well. Hope you're well, man. Yeah, the positive vibes.
Yeah.
All right, let's see here. All right, now let's get ourselves set up. Okay, all right. It's time, DVR moms. Let's get the intro done, and let's take a look at GLMD, our first bagger of the day, and then we're going to check out MLGO. Actually, we'll check out MLGO first, and then we'll go into GLMD. Because MLGO is moving crazy. All right, ready?
Yep.
What's up, guys? It's Double Nicks, and welcome to another episode of Microcap Mornings. I am your host with the most. They call me DBL Nicks in the house, a.k.a. the Rainmaker.
Yeah.
And I'm here with the lovely Serengeti specialist, the one, the only, the one she likes to swing her bushy tail around in the tall weeds and the high trees and the low seas, hitting them high knees. Sometimes she likes cups of coffee. Sometimes she likes to jet ski. Sometimes she wears Nikes. Sometimes she likes to watch videos of puppies and kitties and go to RBs. They got the meats. We call her DBL Moms. Yeesh. And that's what we doing right now. So yeah, let's see what we got going on. All right. And of course, ladies and gentlemen, if you want, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, as well as ring that bell icon to stay notified when new videos are uploaded. And remember to share. Because sharing is caring, ladies and gentlemen. Sharing is caring. And if you want access to our 4-day trial for our real-time alerts and scanners for $1.99, link to join us in the description down below, as well as the pinned comment section. So be sure to check that out. We pick a lot of baggers a lot of times.
Right.
We are just made different, and the early bird gets the cash, the moolah, the loot, the cashola. You can check out our real-time alerts and all that good stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right. Oh, we got a message over here from Ethan Paul. Hey, man, listening from the Discord, beginner trader here, having green days already from being in your Discord. Thank you, man.
Thank you.
I'm glad to hear, man. I'm glad to hear that you are making money, and we hope that we can make you even more money. Yes. So welcome, Ethan. I hope you're having a wonderful day, brother.
Yes.
All right. Let's check and see what we got. First things first, we got MLGO, ladies and gentlemen. MLGO. This stonk went up a nice 30%, if I remember correctly.
Yes.
Yes, and it does have some news as well. It did have a nice major price spike. It is a bit overbought in the RSI, a little bit overbought in the RSI. It did have a history of also being oversold on the RSI, but that was earlier today. Actually, no, that was on the 25th, excuse me. It had a history of being oversold. However, it did have some recent history of being overbought, especially now. It was a bit overbought. Let me zoom in the room over here. Actually, before I do that, let me get some price actions over. Yeah, boom, right over here. All right, at the 768 mark. Another one over here at the 1067 mark. Got another one at the 1035 mark. That's a resistance point. You got a support over here at the $10 mark over Mya. All right, and then you got another one over here at the $8.76 point, $8.93, and another one at $8.72. Another one all the way over here at $8.51, $8.27. All right, and then $8.21, $7.91, $7.75, and then $7.68 over there. So that's what we got going on. Let's zoom in the room over here while we look at this crazy price spike. Let me get the graffiti pencil over here. Bop, right there. All right, let's check this out. So it had a bit of an uptrend over here, formed a bit of a pennant over here. Boom, and then proceeded to curl up off that pennant, little, and then made a very small ABCD. All right, then had another small ABCD over Mya, then another one over Mya, and it just had these little ABCD patterns, and now it hit this high of $10.67, and now it looks like it's forming a bit of a descending wedge over here and trying to potentially curl up. So we'll see what happens with that as far as the curlage goes. But Let's see. We shall see. We shall see. Right now, MLGO has some news that they announced strong net income and cash growth in 2024. Then they also had some insider buying news in the form of a Form 20F as well as the Form 6K. So they had all that going on. Let's see what we got going on over here. The float for this is a little bit low at 797,000, but the volume is higher than the float at 3.93 million, ladies and gentlemen. So that's pretty good. I'm happy for that. All right, that means the volume is a lot higher than the float. Ladies and gentlemen, that is what we got going on. Also, ladies and gentlemen, we called quite a few little runners and baggers today. So we called GLMD, which literally ran up within the first minute of us streaming. So it went up to 100%. We called GLMD earlier this morning. We called, huh?
108.
108. Excuse me. Oh, let me fix this then. 108. 108%. All right. It went 108%, excuse me. And then we called a couple of runners. We called PRTG 67%. We already got GLMD. Hold on, let me cross that out. Bop, right there. All right. GNXP 36%. AGMH 62%. AMPY 37%. INTJ 40%. And QMMM 36%. So that's what we got going on, ladies and gentlemen. That is what we got going on. Also, we called quite a few baggers on Friday, if I remember correctly. We called quite a few for our indelible patrons and our real-time alerts and scan, our premium peeps, basically, our premium peeps. Let me see what we got over here. Ah, yes. All right. On Friday, we called LGCB 60%, CERO 75%, CNEY 91%, PET 99%, VIVS 100%, BCTX 102%, CEP 123%, and OMEX 152%. But yes, we called GLMD 108%, and that's just the beginning, ladies and gentlemen. The day is still young. It is 8:43 a.m. Can you imagine? We got some more time on our hands. Yeah. So that's what we got going on, ladies and gentlemen. That is what we got going on. All right. So let's check out some more stonks. OMEX seems to be moving a little bit. OMEX. So let's take a look at OMEX. OMEX. Let's see. OMEX. Yeah. All right. And they have some news that Odyssey Marine Exploration confirms sufficient operational funding and welcomes a new executive order. Their float is a little bit high at 21.65 million. It's pretty high. It's, on the high end. The volume is 14.13 million. So, as far as I'm concerned, the volume is lower than the float. The float is a little bit high, not liking that part too much. It's also a bit overbought on the RSI. It looks like it's trying to curl back down a bit to be less overbought on the RSI. It also had some history of being oversold on the RSI. Normally when it's oversold, it tends to try to curl up to even out. But if it's overbought, it tends to move down to even out. So we shall see what happens there. We shall see what happens. But it looks like it is above the VWAP right now. It looks like it's above the VWAP. It's amazing. Let's check this out over here. Zoom in the room. All right. So let's get our graffiti pencil activated. All right. We got this over here. It shot up. Nice. Had a bit of a shoot downward. Then got back up again. All right. And then just started forming a bit of a pennant over here. Then curled up. And now it looks like it's trying to curl its way down a little bit and form a bit of a descending wedge. So let's see what happens. It has to break this descending wedge for it to be interesting to me. Otherwise, it's not schmexy. Not schmexy at all. All right. But it did have a history of being oversold over here at around 7:19 a.m. Now it's overbought. So we'll see what happens, ladies and gentlemen. It has to break that descending wedge for it to be somewhat schmexy to me. Otherwise, no. But again, it does have a high float, which means that the price action is not going to be terribly, movement oriented. It's not going to be very volatile. It's not going to be any of that. It's going to be a lot slower of a move. So it could potentially curl up. It could go back. It could go down. There is lower volume on this, so we shall see. But again, it confirmed the sufficient operational funding and welcomed a new executive order. So that's what they got going on. We shall see what happens with this stonk. But right now, nothing too schmexy to me. Nothing too schmexy. Let's check out GLMD because GLMD we called earlier this morning. I'll check the time actually. Let me see. We called GLMD. Let me see. Over. Yeah. Okay. We called GLMD at 7:02. At 7:02, ladies and gentlemen. Wow. We called it early.
Wow.
We called it at 7:02.
Yes, we did.
Yes, we did.
Yeah.
So we called it at 7:02, and then it curled up to a nice 108%. So it did have a bit of a spike, a little bit of a spike, nothing crazy. All right. So let me get some support and resistance lines over here. Let me get some support and resistance lines. GLMD does have some news that they signed a term sheet for the development of a novel semaglutide sublingual formation. And then they also got some insider buying news in the form of a Form 6K over here. And normally these Form 6Ks mean that it's a filing that means it's not a U.S. company. It's somewhere else. Ish. So let's see what type of volume it's got and what float it's got. The float is 1.8 million. The volume is 19.78 million. So the volume's approximately 19 times that of the float. Yeah. That's always good, ladies and gentlemen. I don't mind that. Yeah. I like that. Yeah. I like that. It's a bit below the view up, though. A little bit below the view up. It had a history of being overbought in the RSI earlier. Let me see over here. It actually had a history of being overbought in the RSI on the 25th. That was that. So let's see what we got going on over here. So let's get the support and resistance lines. Bop, right there. Okay. So you got absolute resistance over here at $3.30. You got absolute resistance over here at the $1.56 mark. All right. Then you got some support at the 184 mark. Another bit of support over here at the $2.68 mark over here. Then you got some more at the $2.44 mark over here. All right. Then you got some resistance lines. You got some resistance lines right over here at the $2.84 line. Then you got some more all the way up here at the $3.13 line. And yeah, that's what we got going on, ladies and gentlemen. That is what we got going on. All right. And let me get the graffiti pencil activated. Let me get the graffiti pencil because this did have a nice run up 108%. So it did have a nice price spike over here, right? This little price spike over here. This was pretty much what we got going on. Let's see. It's a bit more consolidated now. Looks like it's trying to form a bit of a channel. It is below the VWAP right now, but it does have some good volume and a pretty good float. The float is pretty reasonable in my opinion. So, hey, that's what we got going on. As far as this stock goes, could it potentially curl up? Maybe. We'll see what happens. It needs some volume. It needs volume to curl. You know what I mean? So, yesh. Let's check out some other stocks in the meantime. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Ring that bell icon to stay notified. Supplies last because that's a bargain. Hold on 1 second, ladies and gentlemen. 1 second. Let's see. All right, good. I thought my stream went for a second. Yeah, no, I thought it went for a second. Nope. We don't want that. We don't want that. No. That's a technical term, ladies and gentlemen. That is a technical term. When it goes, we don't want that.
How do you spell? I don't know.
I don't know. It's just. How do you
spell?
PTTTTTTTTTT. That's how it spells. It's called. Yeah. That's a technical term, ladies and gentlemen. If you don't know, you don't know. That's the most technological term. For when something goes, it goes kaputski. We don't want it to go kaputski. No. By the way, ladies and gentlemen, what do you think of like the hardest thing? The hardest thing, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, one of the coolest things, but the hardest thing is audio when it comes to setting up streams. It's great. Hey, give my baby. Hey, watch. Bad. Yes. Bad watch. No.
Beeping noises.
It beeps all the time. It drives her nuts.
Make me think something's gonna go kaboom.
Yeah, no. That's my watch, ladies and gentlemen. That's my watch.
Especially early in the morning. Like what?
Yeah, this watch is fun. I like this watch because it has a little compass on it. It's got its own little. It tells you what day it is, what the date is. Gives you the time. It beeps and scares people. Yeah, it's great. Always fun accidentally scare people because your alarm went off. It's like, oopsie.
It's like you're about to self-destruct in 5 seconds.
Oopsie. Nope,
Yeah.
that's not what we're doing. Beep. Bad watch.
Yeah, really.
Bad watch. Bad
It's
watch.
got that sound.
Yeah, people like the them Apple watches. I've never used those yet. I have yet to use one of those. I haven't gotten to use one yet. But oh, let's see what we got going on over here. SPCB just came in.
Yeah.
SPCB Sierra Papa Charlie Bravo. Yes. SPCB. Alrighty. Let's see here. Alright, SPCB had a nice high all the way up to $12.46. Let me check out the float and volume because it doesn't look like there's much float and volume here. Let's check out the float. The float is 852.84 thousand. That is a pretty low float. Volume is 245,000 and change. Not liking that. Not liking that part. The volume's a little too low for the float, but it does have some news that they had some major earnings before the open tomorrow. That came out yesterday, so they're talking about the open today. So they came out with some major earnings, right? That was yesterday, and then today they said they achieved record revenue. Supercom achieves record revenue. Supercom is the name of the company. Record EBITDA, record net income, and $3.66 non-GAAP EPS for full year 2024. So that's what they got going on, ladies and gentlemen. That is what they got going on. But this stock had a bit of a shoot up. It shot up, but now it looks like it's going back down. It does have to break through. Hold on, let's zoom in the room because it is a bit overbought in the RSI. Let's check this out. It has to break through this little line right over for it to be schmexy to me.
Yeah.
But right now it is currently has to break through that. It has to break through that and has to break through this little pennant over here that I'm about to draw. All right. Let's see. Boop. And then this one over here that goes boop. All right. So that's what we got going on. The float is lower with this stock and the volume is lower. So we'll see what happens with this stock. But right now it needs some more volume for it to be schmexy to me. Also has to break through that pennant. Has to break through that pennant. Almost formed a bit of a double top. So we don't want that. But let's see what happens. Right now it's overbought, so we don't want it to be overbought because that means that if it's overbought, then it tends to consolidate downward to make up for it. But right now this stock is not loving it too much. Not loving it.
Right back down.
Not loving it.
Yeah.
Not loving it too much.
No.
But yeah, definitely. But yeah. What are the what company? Where's this company located? DBO Moms, do you know? It's let's see. This company.
Tel Aviv, Israel.
Oh, okay. It's Tel Aviv. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. It's a little tradition. Yeah. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. All right. Nah, that one's float is a little high. MLGO's moving again. Let's see what MLGO's doing. MLGO, it was moving earlier. It looks like it's curling back up. It's curling. Curl. It's hitting new highs too. 37%. Yes, looks like it's curling a little bit. There we go. A little bit of curlers never hurt nobody. Ooh, look at that. It's moving up to $11.13. $11. Let's see. A little bit overbought, but that's fine. That's okay. Keep moving up and you shall be good. All right. Has a bit of a support line over here. It's got to hold at the $10.80 mark over here. 87-cent mark, excuse me. Has to hold that for it to be schmexy to me. You know what I mean? A little schmexy to me.
Yes.
All right. So right now it's up 40%. They had some news. MLGO, Micro Algo Inc., that is the name of the company. They had some news that they filed there was insider buying news in the form of a Form 6K, as well as, which is kind of odd considering this is a U.S.-based company, so they're filing a Form 6K. Odd, but, it'd be like that sometimes. So, yeah, Right now, it formed a bit of a double top, though. We don't like the double tops, DBL moms. We like the double bottoms.
We like the bottom.
We like the double bottoms, but better yet, we like the bottom tails. So, right now, let's get this over here. It has to break through that little line for it to be so much schmexy to mirror. Still has a bit of a bottom tail going on. Up, it did break through that line. I like it. I like it. I like it. Wait. Yep. Come on. Just stay above that line. Stay above that line. Stay above it. Break through that $11.19 mark as well. It's got to break through that. Let's get the graffiti pencil pop over there, and then let's go pop right there. There we go. Now you got yourself a nice little resistance line there. It has to break through that, but right now it's got to break through that little white line over there, so it's not a double top, and to curl. Yeah. So, who wants to hear a little bit of story time, ladies and gentlemen? Who wants to hear some story time? Yeah. So, me and my friend, we went to a lovely little place. Actually, I went there a couple times, actually. I went there with Dad, and I also went there with a buddy of mine, right? And it was this lovely little place in Lauderdale by the sea, which is very popular now. I don't remember what the name of it was, but it was a seafood restaurant, right? And man, you know which one I'm talking about, DBO Moms?
Which one?
The one that was in Lauderdale by the sea. It had like a nice seafood soup.
A seafood.
It was right on the beach.
No.
Ooh, okay. I don't know. I think you were there too at one point. I don't remember. I know I went there with Coach once. So, right, it was basically this place, right? Coach and I step up in the building, right? We're new to Florida, right? Yeah. And we're chilling. We get in there, right? And it's this beautiful, beautiful place. I know he had like this amazing. I don't remember. It was like a pasta dish of some sort with some meat in it and like some seafood in it, right? And like it had like a little bit of bread on the side to like but it was a red broth. Went there with my buddy. I was like, he's like, you ever been here before, man? I'm like, dude, you got to get the soup. Trust me, just believe me, all right? Believe me when I tell you this. Just get the soup. Get the soup. You will not be upset. The soup had lobster in it. The soup had mussels in it.
Wow.
Right. It had some clams. Right. It had little pieces of fish. I think it was like cod. Little pieces of cod.
Yeah, that's.
It was like a very, very delicious seafood soup, and it had shrimp in it. It had shrimp.
Yeah, I wish I could.
It was a very big, hefty soup. Like, I didn't eat lunch. I didn't eat dinner after that. I just, big old lunch, very light on the dinner, man. That's what I've been doing this with late. That, and I got a water jug, by the way. I got a water jug that stores 1 gallon of water. Because humans need to drink 1 gallon of water, normally. So, like, every day, it's always good to drink 1 gallon of water. Cleans you out, makes you feel better. It does, too, by the way. And, yeah, so I've been doing that. I have 1 gallon of water. Speaking of which, can I have my jug, DBO Moms?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's right. It's right next to the desk. Ooh.
There you go.
Mm-hmm. It's my baby right here. I'm already halfway done with it because I've been thirsty. Yeah.
Yes.
But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, it's this big old jug. And it's like supposed to basically like give you like a goal to kind of work for. It has little inspiring messages on it too. It's kind of cool, right? It has little times and stuff. 7 a.m. you have to have this amount of water drank. 9 a.m. you're supposed to have this amount of water drank. 11 a.m. same deal. Me, I'm already up to 1 p.m.
What to say at 1 p.m.
No excuses. All right, so you got start the day strong at 7 a.m. On your way at 9 a.m. 11 a.m. it's remember your goals. 1 p.m. it's no excuses. And then at 3 p.m. it's this bottle is half full. 5 p.m. is don't stop now. 7 p.m. it's almost there. 9 p.m. says keep going. And then after that it says you did it. Refill. Yeah. Hey man, I refill that like every night now, and then I'll just keep it in the fridge overnight so the water's nice and cold, cause it's hot down here. It's hot. You know what I mean? But it's always good to keep it there. That way, you're nice and hydrated. Because a lot of people are dehydrated, they don't feel good. That's why they don't. That's why they don't. But me, I keep nice and hydrated. Hydration is key. Drink water. It's healthy. Yes. Yes, that was like a, that was the, that's the old mantra. A friend of mine in the military actually said to me that he said to me, there's a little military remedy for a lot of problems. You normally they normally give you like a pain reliever if you get hurt, right? They give you a pain reliever, right? DBO moms, and then they
Yeah.
give you. Friend said, "I swear, I could tell you there are many problems that have been fixed in my life." This remedy changed my life. Motrin water changed socks.
Okay.
Okay. I mean, hey, if it works, it works. He's like, yeah, man, I messed up my ankle one time. They gave me Motrin water and told me to change my socks. I felt a lot better.
Okay then.
I'm like, I don't. Oh, okay. Hey, if it works, it works. If it works, it works. Hey, I mean, me personally, I like using like if you get like sore muscles, Tiger Balm. That stuff is great.
Yep, it is.
Tiger Balm is amazing.
Uh-huh.
Tiger Balm, by the way, sponsorship. You know, hit me up. Hit me up. Have my people talk to your people.
Yeah.
Tiger Balm was good. If you know, if I was working out and I got sore, Epsom salts. You know, you take a nice hot bath or something like that towards the end of the day. Epsom salts, like that's that stuff. You know, that was always good. That was a little home remedy as well. And then of course, you know, if you know, God forbid you got hurt, you know, after working out, because you know, sometimes you get hurt when working out, right? Ibuprofen that tends to help, but I like to normally go for the Tiger Balm, especially the extra strong Tiger Balm. I hear they got extra strong,
Yeah.
so you know what I mean. It's it's really strong. It's strong, ladies and gentlemen. It's strong. Very, very, very strong. So,
Right.
yeah, 'cause his DVM Moms doesn't like the smell. It has like a cinnamony strong smell to it. Tiger Balm.
Cinnamony slash pumpkiny slash all kinds of really strong stuff in there.
Yeah, it's
I
a
don't know. I
really
can't even say what's in there.
it's a really strong smell. But man, I tell you what,
Everybody knows you're coming. Let's put it
that
that way.
fixed me up. I could be, you know, like one time I pulled a muscle really bad. It sucked, but I used Tiger Balm. It like numbs. It's like icy hot but better. That's how do I? There's no other way to put it. It's like icy hot but better,
Right.
right? And you know, it basically numbs the injury, so you know you feel better, right? And then you know, yeah, you just rest. You know, be careful. Don't do too many sudden movements. You'll be fine. You'll be alright. You know what I mean? You'll be alright.
Huh?
But yeah,
Yeah.
so that's what we got going on there.
Yes.
Yes. So yeah, it's been pretty good. Yeah, especially with my drinking 1 gallon of water, man. I feel a lot better. Feel a lot better because you get all the toxins and stuff out too. It's a good way to get yourself feeling nice and refreshed, and you're not drinking like a crazy amount of water. You're drinking just the right amount of water. It's healthy. It's good for you. You're getting that hydration in, right? A lot of people they feel sluggish because they're normally dehydrated sometimes. Did you know that?
Yes.
Yeah, people feel sluggish because of that stuff. So you got to keep drinking water because the human body is 70% water. Pretty sure it's 70%.
Yeah.
70% water.
It might even be more than that.
It might even be more than that. It might be somewhere between 70 and 90% water.
Yeah.
So yeah, yes. So you got like you know you got flesh, bones, muscles, etc. Water.
Yeah.
Water.
Water.
Yes. Yes. Drink your water. You'll feel better. Trust me. Yes.
Yes.
So that's what we got going on there.
Yes.
Yeah. What stunks? What are the stunks we got, ladies and gentlemen? And by the way, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Ring that bell icon to stay notified when new videos are uploaded. Remember to share. share, ladies and
Please
gentlemen. Let's get a share party going because we called quite a few baggers today. We called GLMD 108%. We called PRTG 67%, GNXP 36%, AGMH 62%, AMPY 37%, INTJ 40%, and QMMM 36%. So that's what we got going on right now. That's what we got going on.
Yeah.
Yeah. So right now, MLGO, let me get the little graffiti pencil because it was a bit overbought. It went back down. Now it's not overbought or oversold right now. Let me get the graffiti pencil bop right here. Okay. And then boom, right there. See that little area? And it looks like it's trying to curl and break through that $10.67 resistance line over here. So let's see if it breaks it. It should break it. Let's see if it does. Let's see if it does. Can it break that 1067 resistance? Let's see. It has to hold the support over here at 1035. Break through 1067 for it to be shown maxi to mirror. You know what I mean? To mirror has a bit of a channel going on. Bit of a channel. Let's see here. Boom. All right, and boom, right there. Yeah. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, have you guys ever had a seafood soup? Man, that stuff's good. That stuff is really good, man. I love that. I love that stuff. You can never go wrong with a good old seafood soup. Can never go wrong with that.
Seafood soup.
Oh, yeah.
Seafood soup.
Never can go wrong with that.
Yes.
Right? And by the way, we tried something new yesterday. We found these taco flavored Doritos. Yeah, they were good.
That was the new thing.
Yeah, we found Dorito flavored. We found taco flavored Doritos, man.
I tell you.
That was wonderful.
Oh yeah.
I love when Doritos comes out with new flavors. There used to be a pizza flavored one. I think they discontinued it, but there used to be like a half and half bag, right? And half of it was like a chili nacho type flavor, and then the other half. This was like when I was a wee lad. Ladies and gentlemen, wee lad.
Yeah.
And Coach and I, we would go to this deli in New York, right? And it was this wonderful little deli, right? Beautiful, beautiful deli. The owner of it was such a sweet person, such a good soul, such a nice guy, right? Hope he's doing wonderful wherever he is. I know the deli got sold off to another owner, so I know the owner sold the deli to somebody else. And the deli's still doing pretty well, I think, to this day. But it was a very good deli. It was amazing. It was in Long Island. Happy, joy,
Yes.
deli. Yes, always good.
Yes.
So that deli was owned by such a nice dude, and he would end up giving us these little. He'd save some Doritos for us because we would always get some like a sandwich and some Doritos, and it would always be good. And by the way, MLGO is curling up. It just broke through the resistance line over here, 1067, and is testing the 1087 resistance line over here. Let's see what happens, ladies and gentlemen. Can it curl? Looks like it could potentially maybe even be forming a cup and handle. Maybe. Let's see. Let's get this graffiti pencil over here. Bop, right there. Boom, 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 and boom. Could it be forming a cup and handle? Let's see. Possibly. It's a possible cup and handle. But yeah, we would always go there like every day after school for me because I was a wee lad. Wee laddie. Right? And I go there. We would get some sandwiches. I remember Dad liked to get either his... He had... It wasn't not a roast beef and provolone. He did get that sometimes, but no. He got... It wasn't turkey. No. What was it? It was this old... It was like a... It was like a... It was on rye bread. What was it?
I don't know.
One of the... What do you normally put on rye bread?
Like lots of stuff. Pastrami?
Pastrami on rye. Yeah, that was the one.
Yeah.
He liked his pastrami on rye. He loves pastrami on rye.
Yeah.
All right? pastrami on rye bread, right? He would get one of those, or he would get a roast beef and he would get like a roast beef and provolone sandwich type of deal, right? And I would get something similar, either that or they had mac and cheese and, like, little cuts of meat and stuff like that.
Yummy.
All right, and
Yeah.
and I would get, I wouldn't. It was either gonna be like mac and cheese, or I'd get a sandwich and Doritos. I don't remember the sandwich offhand. I was very picky as a kid, very picky. Now I'm not so picky. I'll just eat it. It's fine, but I was picky as a kid. I was very picky. They also had. I remember they had burgers. They did have burgers there.
Yeah.
Right, so I would get like a burger and
French
like
fries.
either burger and fries or burger and
What was the
Doritos.
name of that deli? I forget.
Yeah. Open. But yeah, anyways. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, as well as ring that bell icon to stay notified when new videos are uploaded. And remember to share.
Let me share.
Because sharing is caring, ladies and gentlemen. And as always, be sure to check out our 4-day trial for our real-time alerts and scanners. Link to join us in the description down below, as well as the pinned comment section, so be sure to check that out. We pick a lot of baggers a lot of times. We are just made different, and the early bird gets the cash, the moolah, the loot, the cashola, the big bucks, I tell you.
Yes.
And by the way, ladies and gentlemen, be sure to click that link and get that, because while supplies last, because it ain't going to be around for much longer. You know what I mean? It ain't going to be around for much longer. So be sure to check it out, ladies and gentlemen. Be sure to check it out.
Right.
But you will find little, sometimes you'll find some live streams on financial and stock news. You'll find that there too. So yeah, you'll find that stuff there. You can find us on X.com, aka Twitter, at Coach Sick Money.
Coach Sick Money.
At Coach Sick Money. You can find us there where we do market analysis, and we put up news, and we put up all sorts of cool stuff there, and we stream there too. And you can find us on Twitch at Coach Sick Money.
At Coach Sick Money.
At Coach Sick Money. You can find us there where we do a lot of live streaming, right? You can find us on Facebook, Instagram, and Threads. You can find us there at Coach Sick Money.
At Coach Sick Money.
Where we do a lot of market analysis and news stuff there as well. You can find us on TikTok, Tiki Taki, aka the Tac Tac.
The Tac Tac.
The Tac Tac. You can find us there at DBL Nicks.
At DBL Nicks.
At DBL NICKS. The screen name is Coach Nick Money.
Yes.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So, yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Hope all your dreams and aspirations come true. Make a lot of money, ladies and gentlemen. Make a lot of money. All right? And be greenable. Take care of yourselves. Have a wonderful Monday. I hope you guys make tons and tons of money. And I hope you have an even better day tomorrow.
Yes.
Right? Hope you have a great day today. Even better day tomorrow. Make a lot of money, everybody. Be greenable. Much love. It's Double Nicks. I love you guys. I love you.
Yes.
And, of course, I'm here with the lovely Serengeti specialist. The one, the only, the bushy-tailed Serengeti specialist in the tall weeds, the high trees, the low seas, hitting them high knees, sometimes with cups of coffee. Sometimes she likes to wear Nikes. Sometimes she likes to jet ski. Sometimes she likes to watch puppies and kitties, maybe with some Arby's. They have the meats. We call it DBO Moms.
Hey.
Yeesh. And that's pretty much it. Much love, guys.